So 26-10 at the half. Iowa kicks off, and unbelievable to start for Ohio State. Stroud, first play from scrimmage, it's a pick. And he tried to force it in a little bit. You could see from the end zone camera, Egbuka's coming right across, and he just tried to force it in there. And again, guys, you got to give credit. Jack Campbell for Iowa makes a great one-hand grab, able to snatch it and able to hold on to it, and they get a pick out of it. So again, I think because of the first half ineptness of Ohio State offensively throwing the football, I think that Ryan Day was just hell-bent in that second half on trying to establish the pass and trying to get back into that rhythm that Ohio State had the last 4 or 5 games or so. So Iowa takes over, and what do? They're like, hey, you know what, Petrus, you're out for the day. Let's go to the other guy here. And what happens? The first snap he takes is a fumble. Doesn't even get it clean under center. It's on the ground, and Ohio State's fortunate enough to get on it. So, again, great job by Ohio State's defense. Poor job by Iowa. But again, Ohio State takes advantage of the turnover and is able to, stymie any type of play from Iowa. So Ohio State finally gets it. What happens? They got to go 3 and out. Jesse Mirko, another great punt again, pins Iowa on the 5-yard line. And, again, you've got this offense that's struggling with Iowa, a defense with Ohio State that's really feeling good about themselves and having a good game. And it doesn't take long, but McAllister with his second pick of the day, a little out route by the tight end, and it's a little out in front of him. Deflects off him. McAllister, Johnny on the spot with the INT, and Ohio State's right back in business again. So here it is. Now, can Ohio State cash in now? All right, enough of the field goals. You're doing a great job on forcing turnovers. Can Ohio State cash in? So Ohio State takes over on the plus 15, which is the Iowa 15-yard line. And it actually goes to a 4th and 1. And Stroud, with a great play, rolling out to his left, hits our man Marvin Harrison for a 6-yard touchdown. And just like that, it's 33-10. And for all intents and purposes, the route was going to be starting for Ohio State. Next series for Iowa, it's a turnover on downs. They have to start trying to force the action now. That's getting them out of their comfort level. That's not how they want to play. They've got to go for it on 4th down. Ohio State does a great job, gets them off the field on Ohio State's 45-yard line. So they take over Ohio State, and now we start to see the Ohio State of the past few weeks, okay? It's a great play, a great pass down the seam. Egbuka runs a great little seam route. Stroud puts it right over the linebacker's head, right where the safety can't get there in time for Iowa. Egbuka makes a great catch for a nice chunk play. And then our guy, Marvin Harrison, with another great catch on the sideline. If you guys saw a couple weeks ago when we did the breakdown with Michigan State, I had my man B. Moses on, Brandon, and I got to steal his term for Marvin Harrison, but he calls him Marvitron, just like Megatron, who played for the Lions, Calvin Johnson. I think it's a great name. Marvitron, great name, makes a great catch, goes up, another great throw from Stroud, high points it, another great chunk play, and here we are, right down there where we need to be at. And what happens? Stroud hits Egbuka, 13 yards on a great play, back shoulder throw. Egbuka just being a better Jimmy than I was Joe, makes the catch, and here we are. It's 40-10, and Ohio State is finally starting to get into that rhythm again offensively, like I said. So they punt it back to Iowa. Iowa picks up a 1st down, but they're forced to punt, and so excuse me. So the third quarter ends, and it ends up being 40-10 going into the fourth quarter. And so Ohio State takes back over after a punt. and they're over on their 10-yard line, and it's 3 plays. And there's our boy Julian Fleming again. Ohio State finally was able to complete a huge touchdown pass. I know Stroud was trying to force it, but it was a one-on-one play with Fleming. He put it only place Fleming could get it. Fleming made a great job with a little bit of defensive pressure to haul it in, and he takes it 79 yards for a touchdown. And it's 47-10 at that point. And really, I think Ryan Day really wanted to try to get this offense up and running again, and that's why these guys were still in the game late. Iowa turns it over on downs again. Ohio State takes over on the 40-yard line, and they go 8 plays. And, again, some love. I knew it was coming. If you guys go back and watch the game, the play that Mitch Rossi scores, watch C.J. Stroud. He points right at Mitch Rossi. So I knew something was going to Rossi right there. And sure enough, a nice little play fake. Rossi right out into the flat, run that little arrow right out into the flat. Stroud loops it right up to him. He's able to take it in for the final score of the day. And from that point on, it goes to 54-10. And again, we got some other guys that come in and play. Ohio State forced another turnover at that point, but basically, people at that point, it was over.